All right, and welcome back in our latest Garnet Trust exclusive interview. You see him right there on the screen. It is Eric Douglas, South Carolina super senior offensive lineman. Eric, we were just talking, man. You got, I guess maybe a little break. Next thing you know, I know summer one's right around the corner. These workouts right around the corner. First of all, how you been doing and what you been up to, man?
Right. Just got done with the spring ball. It's been a good May. Just time to just relax, just get away from football, just get away from everything, and just focus on yourself. It's been pretty good though. Everything's good. Ready to get back, like you said. Summer one's starting up here pretty soon, so just ready to get back, get with the team, and just build on what we finished with the spring last couple weeks ago.
Definitely, man. And we certainly appreciate you taking the time. This is, of course, a Garnet Trust exclusive interview. If you're a Gamecock fan who is watching or listening, please go to GarnetTrust.com. You can help support athletes like Eric and help us create more opportunities, more NIL opportunities to be specific for South Carolina student athletes. And Eric, I did kind of want to start right there, man. We got to work with you a little bit on the Zoo Day. I know you have some other stuff in the works as well, doing a clothing drive. How important has it been for you, especially as your time at South Carolina, you can sort of see the end, like it's starting to
Right.
dwindle down. I know you and I have talked off camera, but how important has it been for you to look for these opportunities in the community to try and give back? And how fun was that, man, being at the zoo, seeing all the kids smiling, running around. They had their hats on, man. It was
Right.
really a cool experience on my end.
Yeah, like you said, is a is a great experience. It's just a time to give back, and also it's a time just to share our experience as athletes. Because not every time, you know, you don't really get to see it from our point of view. So if we can tell it, or if you can see it from a different angle, you'll kind of understand who we are off the field. And that's truly what I love about this new stuff. Just opportunities that it creates for everyone. It doesn't matter if you are, let's say, you're the first team or you're the last guy on the roster. Like, it's opportunities for everyone, and that's the good thing about this stuff. And like you said, with the Zoo Day, just to see the smiles on everybody's faces in the community and everything. That's what it's for, and that's what I really appreciate with this new NIL stuff. It just helps us give back. So.
So, like I was saying, man, you also you're wanting to do a clothing drive. Do
Right.
you want to go ahead and give anybody who is watching or listening some details on, a, just the details on what that's all about, and B, why that was important for you for that kind of to be your next project?
Right. So yeah, so I have a closing drive coming up with some of the guys on the O line. We don't know exactly where it's going to be at. It's probably going to be somewhere close to the stadium.
Mhm.
Details will be coming out pretty soon, but it's just something that we want to do. Just anything that you don't have that you don't wear anymore, clothes or shoes or anything that you want to give, just give it up, and we'll give back to the community and give it to somebody who is in need of it.
And certainly everybody be on the lookout. I'm sure Eric will have it on his social media. We'll post it on the Garnet Trust social media, Gamecock Central social media. So we'll make sure if you're a Gamecock fan out there that you get all the details you need on that. And hopefully you can support. Like Eric said, come out. If you got something you don't wear, you can help it go to a good cause, and you can meet some of the guys in the process, man. So I do want to talk, sort of circle it back a little bit towards football, but kind of the off the field portion of just being a football player at South Carolina, Eric. A lot of your O-line teammates, supported the Zoo Day as well. You guys have sort of had a unique opportunity to where there's a lot of fourth and fifth year guys that you've all played together. You've all been teammates now for a number of years. What has it been like, especially when you look back on this time in your life, like down the road? What has it been like to be able to build those bonds that you have with the guys? Everything y'all have been through, the ups, the downs, the on the field, the off the field. How do you think you'll look back at like the friendships that you've developed within that O line room in your time at South Carolina?
Uh, you pretty much explained it. Just the guys that I've been with, that I'm still with right now, Javon and Dylan. Those are the guys that I've been with the longest. Then you can look at guys that I help bring in as a recruiter, per se, with Jalen and Jakai and Rashawn and guys like that, Tyshawn. It's cool, you know, just to be here. And then I had guys that taught me the ropes, and now I can kind of give back what was given to me. You know, I always say with like guys like Dennis, Donnell, Zach, Hutch, you know, those guys that even Malik, like guys that I looked up to. They gave me something, and I just try to give back to these guys. And we just, like you said, the good and the bad doesn't really matter. We know that it's just us, and that's the thing that I really appreciate in my time being here is just these guys. They're resilient, and I go to war for any of them. So
Obviously, like you said, you had guys that showed you the ropes when you
right,
got to South Carolina. Um, I kind of want to tie this in. This past week was kind of, I guess, officially kind of the move-in day for some new freshmen coming in. The new crop of guys is going to be going through probably a pretty tough transition going from high school to SEC. What advice or will you give to some of the newcomers when they hit these workouts for the first time here in June, and then when they, of course, hit fall preseason camp coming up? As you kind of look back to your time as a freshman and getting acclimated and everything, what do you think is the best advice as a veteran that you can give the freshmen and the transfers that are hitting this program right now?
for sure. Just letting it loose. I mean, you guys are young, and when you're that young, you really don't have nothing to worry about. Mistakes aren't as magnified, or you know what I'm trying to say. Like it's not that
Mm.
big of a deal. You can have more. You have more room for error. So just go out there, let it loose, have fun. You know you might be at the bottom again, but that's how you were in high school, and you worked your way to the top. So that's the same thing that I've always told everybody coming in. Everybody wants to be the guy again, but it's not gonna come as easy for some as it does for others. So you just got to run your own race. That's the only thing you can do.
Definitely, man. So, like you were talking about, y'all just completed spring practice not that long ago. I wanted to ask you, how do you feel the comfort level is with this scheme among the offensive linemen, knowing now that y'all had that full year under your belt? You know, obviously last year, completely new coaching staff, pretty much all the way around, but certainly new offensive scheme, new O line coach. I got to imagine the comfort level just being like synced up, for lack of a better way to say it, is much higher once you've just kind of experienced a full season basically.
Right.
So as you kind of look back on the spring and your spring practices, how did you feel it went with the offensive line as far as finding that comfort level within this scheme now that you are in year two?
Uh, just going out there and building on what we did the last 3 to 4 weeks in the season,
Mm.
and that's just building on those games and then building on into the spring. Now we got to build on it with summer workouts leading up into fall camp. It's just a consistency factor. Like Coach Atkins always says, it's just being a straight line. You know, you don't want to be a guy that goes up and down too many times. You just want to be a straight line. Just stay as consistent as you can, and good things will happen.
How fun were those final weeks for you guys? Because I don't know. This is completely from the outside looking in, man. But I want to say about, I don't know, maybe the Florida game on. It just felt like when things kind of got rolling, and then certainly in the bowl game when y'all are, played just well top to bottom, offense, defense, special teams. Um, it looked like you guys were like just having a little more fun. Maybe there's a little more celebration after a first down. It just kind of seemed to like sync up. Was that one of those things where because things started going well, you were having a little more fun, or were you having more fun and that led, like it was a little bit looser, so that led to things going better? I mean, can you describe, I guess, what I'm trying to ask, or am I completely off base from the outside looking in?
Now it just goes back to just Coach Beamer and his core values. I mean, we just practice was more. I wouldn't say more intense, but it just like you could just feel it. It was a different tone of practice. The way that we started practicing and the team really like bought in, and everybody was just. I wouldn't say having more fun. I mean, we having fun the whole season, but you
Mm.
could see like the excitement level was more up, the fun level was more up, and it was just it was a great thing to see, and it really has led into spring practice this year. It hasn't it hasn't slowed down or it hasn't went down yet. So we're just gonna keep building on that going into fall camp and then just leading up into the season. Just having fun in practice, and that just makes the games easier.
So spring's over now. You turn the page. Summer workouts are ahead. As a veteran of summer workouts, what is the mindset kind of going into? I guess you would say these next couple of months. I know it's a little bit of a grind. I would imagine this is like that final preparation before you get into actual preseason practice. So I know, you mentioned it earlier, NIL allows us to give South Carolina fans a little bit of a glimpse into the day-to-day life of a South Carolina football player like yourself. So what do these next couple of months look like prior to the start of actual preseason practice?
A lot of training. It's just it is the summer, so you have a lot of things going on, but it's about what you focus in on and what you give to the game is what it will give back to you. So you pretty much just going to be a lot of work getting put in into these in the next couple of weeks. You might see a couple of videos from the media department and stuff like that, but it's always more to it. It's just going to be a real grind, and you just got to get through it, grow through it to go through it. So that's the only thing.
Definitely, man. So we've been trying to use these to let people maybe get to know you guys a little bit off the field. So next couple of questions, not really football related. You said you might be hopping on the game here shortly after we get
Right.
off. So what's what is the game? What's the top among yourself and your teammates? What are you guys playing right now? And what does that sort of look like for y'all when you have some free time?
Most of the guys, when we have a lot of free time, it's either Warzone, 2K, Madden, the basic games that you probably hear a lot of college guys or just guys playing right now. I like to play MLB, the show though. That's a pretty good game that I've been playing recently. I like that, and also GTA. Those are some good games, but mainly on the team, probably Warzone, Madden, and 2K. Those are three games that you'll see guys on the team playing.
All right. I got a couple of follow-ups on this. First of all, among the team, are we PlayStation or Xbox, or is it like split? Like what's the
It's split, but most of the guys got PlayStations.
Okay, so PlayStation's a little bit in the lead.
Right, yeah, that's the wave right now. That's the wave.
All right, who are the best gamer? And I guess it probably depends on the game, but let's go Warzone. I mean, everybody talks about Warzone, it seems like. So who's the best couple of gamers on the team?
Well, Marshawn will say that it's him, but it's not him. Javon Gwen, he's the best one at Warzone right now. In my opinion.
Okay. Who's the best at Madden?
Madden, see, I don't really know. See, it's a lot of guys. They be playing Madden. They'll go back and forth. One day they saying he won. One day they say he won. But if I had to give it to someone, I'd probably. My fault. If I did have to say though, I'd probably say RJ. I've heard him say he won the most. So.
Okay. So we got RJ for Madden and Javon for Warzone.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so if food wise, what's I'm not talking about like what you have to eat like this. I know y'all are very strict maybe as far as what Kristen Coggins has, but let's talk cheat meal. Like if you could eat anything, you're not really worried about watching your protein or your calories or this other stuff. What is E-Doug chowing down on? Like if this was your last meal, like what are we going with, man?
Oh man. Oh man. Okay. See, I don't know. I wouldn't say last meal, but if it's a cheat meal, I would go with a good Peebles Philly cheesesteak. They got a good Philly cheesesteak, and they fries, they go crazy too. So, and their wings are pretty good too. So I probably would have to get the Philly wings and fries. That's a good cheat meal for me. Peebles. They got a
Okay,
good.
maybe we need to get you that Peebles NIL deal, man. Have you promoting them a little bit? I've not tried their cheesesteak, so I'm gonna have to put that on the
you
list.
got to.
I'm gonna have to check that out, man. Otherwise, when you're not on a cheat meal, are you? How strict are you? Like, did the offensive linemen have to be quite as strict as say like a running back? Like, is it still very regimented as far as what you guys eat, or what does like a daily meal look like, and what are y'all looking at from like calorie intake, I guess?
Uh, I don't really see. I don't really look at calorie intakes and stuff like
Mm,
that. I just look at what I eat and portion it
mm,
out well. Just because Kristen's done a good job of not only showing us how to portion it out, but also writing meals for us. So we just pretty much just have to follow the plan that she puts in place for us. Might start off with a good breakfast. You know, she always says to start off with a good breakfast, have a good lunch, and then for dinner, not too much, but have a good enough, and then eat it at a decent time, and
mm.
then you'll have a snack right before you go to bed. So it's pretty much about 3 to 4 meals a day, but it's good. It's good. It's portioned out good and it's spread out at a reasonable time too.
I think every guy I've interviewed for Garnet Trust, especially the transfers, man, that have like been in other programs and are seeing what you guys have for the first time, they're like blown away by Kristen and the job that she does as far as teaching guys to cook if they're interested in that, helping with I don't know, grocery shopping, making sure you got protein shakes, all this stuff. How important in your eyes has Kristen been for the growth of the South Carolina program for you personally?
Well, she just stays on top of everything, and she makes sure that if she sees a problem, she's attacking it, and she's gonna stay on you, because she really cares. She wants the best for everybody, and she wants you to not only look as good as you can on the field, but to feel as good as you can, so you're at your optimal strength and playing capacity. So I appreciate her for that, and I'm pretty sure everybody on the team appreciate her as well.
Definitely, man. So, last couple things I got here for you. I was having this conversation with some of the guys on the radio, and they asked me, and I didn't have an answer. They said, "Who are the guys on this team that maybe have the best on the field mean streak?" And I don't know. Nobody came to mind, but obviously I'm outside looking in. Is there anybody that you go up against in practice, or that maybe is a teammate for you on the offensive line as well? Is there anybody? Obviously, we're not saying anything about them off the field, like just more. Some guys can kind of flip that switch on the field. Is there anybody that just popped in your mind when I said a guy with a mean streak on the field? Is there a guy that you go up against in practice and you're just like, I got to bring it every single time against this guy?
So yeah, I got two guys, and they're actually guys. It's like you wouldn't really think about, just because they're nice guys, soft spoken, not don't really talk a lot. But when they turn it on, or if somebody piss them off, like yeah, Javon and Zach, both of those guys. Like if you like make them mad, like or if they're in that mode, they're in that zone. I wouldn't want to be in front of them because like those dudes, man. Like I said, Javon doesn't talk a lot. Zach doesn't talk a lot. So if they are talking, I wouldn't want to be that guy in front of them. So
So do Javon and Zach have battles against each other? Then I would imagine where.
yeah, we all, yeah, we all because we're all in the inside, so all in the interior. So I'm always seeing their battles, or he's always seeing our battles. So it's just a lot of iron sharpens iron. Iron sharpens iron. That's pretty much what it is in practice, and that's what really helped us accelerate our game the last couple of weeks, and also throughout spring. So just like I said earlier, just looking forward to building on it in the summer and also building on it in fall camp.
Definitely, man, and that's kind of where I was going with the final question. Final year at South Carolina coming up. What is the mindset going in? What are the goals going in? Do you give it specific goals, or is it more just like, I want to be the best I can be every single day type stuff? What is your mindset? And I guess also what's your excitement, man? There's a lot of momentum, I think is a good word. There's a lot of momentum for the program right now, a lot of excitement around the program. What is your mindset going into this final season? Because it will be here before you know it. Time flies, man. It's going to be here before you know it. What's your mindset right now?
Just building every day. Just
Mm.
becoming a better person. Not only just a better football player, but just becoming a better person every day. That's the main thing that I'm looking forward to this last year. I feel like everything just happens for a reason, and everything is just gonna come into fruition this year, just because of how it's supposed to be. You just gotta wait, and what's delayed is always not denied. So that's how I look at things, and I feel like everything, like I said, happens for a reason. I feel like this is perfect timing. Just ready for this last year. Ready to go out there with my brothers one last time and go out there and give it our all and bring some excitement again back to Columbia this year.
He is South Carolina senior Eric Douglas. Eric, again, man, we appreciate you taking the time. From a personal standpoint, man, it's been fun getting to know you the last few months a little bit more and working with you on these Garnet Trust opportunities. Zoo Day was honestly one of the best days I've had in my job, in my career. So I appreciate you, trusting us and letting us be involved with that, man. We'll certainly be pulling for you moving forward. And good luck these next couple months and good luck this season. Okay, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a good one.